Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students and welcome again in your English class. Me over here again to describe you something about language and literature and all that. Yes, dear students, in the last lecture we have completed our chapter It's Country for Me, unit number 5, It's Country for Me. Today we will do some grammar, and in grammar we have the second part of speech, that is pronoun. What we will learn today? Pronoun, the second part of speech. Yes, dear students, first of all, I would like to tell you something about pronoun. As the name indicates, what is this pro? Pro, in place of, instead of, and noun means a word that is used instead of noun, in place of noun, a word that replaces a noun. Why a word is there to replace that noun? To avoid repetition. It looks odd, for example, in conversation or in written style, that we are repeating the same noun again and again. For example, Ali is a good boy, Ali is doing his work, Ali is very active, Ali is very intelligent. So it's very odd. It doesn't give sounds well, or it doesn't give good impression. So to avoid that repetition, we use a word instead of that noun, and that pronoun is according to that noun. For example, I, we, you, he, she, it, they, these are all different pronouns that we are using in English language. Now come to our different types of pronouns. The first one type is personal pronoun. I think so you will have some information, prior knowledge as well. What is the term personal? Beta, have you heard the word person? Person se nikla ye. Personal pronoun, a pronoun that is used instead of a person, for person or thing. For example, I, we, you, he, she, it, they are called personal pronouns. And we are also having three forms of personal pronoun: first person, second person, and third person. I, we, first person pronoun. You, second person pronoun. He, she, it, they are third person pronouns. And you should know this thing, dear students, that personal pronouns always take the subject position. Okay? They come at the subject position. Then reflexive pronoun. The second type of pronoun is reflexive pronoun. The title itself represents reflect karna, reflection, reflect back karna. Beta, you should know this thing that in reflexive pronouns we use self pronouns. What we are using over here? Self pronouns. When self is added with my, his, her, it, these are self pronouns. How? When we are adding self with my, then it will become myself. Self with his, then it will become his self. And same with her, it, and with plurals, our selves, not ourself, our selves, O-U-R-S-E-L-V-E-S, our selves. So all these self pronouns are used in reflexive pronouns, in which action reflects back to the subject. Remember this thing, dear students. This is a very important point, that action reflects back to the subject. You know this thing in basic structure in English, we are saying that we have subject, verb, object, SVO. For example, look at this example. I saw myself in the mirror. I is subject, saw is verb, and myself is object. So you can say that in reflexive pronoun, subject and object are same. Why? Because object, this self pronoun, is reflecting back towards the subject. This action is reflecting back toward the subject, and same is the case with other examples as well. She injured herself. Herself is reflecting back toward the subject she. He talks to himself. This self pronoun is reflecting back toward the subject. Subject and object are same. And what about emphatic pronoun? Remember these self pronouns. In emphatic pronoun, we are also using self pronouns. When self pronoun is used and perform the function as a self pronoun but not as you can say that object, direct object in the sentence, just performing the function of a self pronoun, then it will become emphatic pronoun. Basically, this heading, this word itself represents emphatic, emphasis, importance, stress. The emphatic pronoun is there to give emphasis, to show you importance, to give you stress. How? For example, I will do it myself. I will do it myself. This is emphatic pronoun. Why? It is not reflecting back toward the subject. The sense of the sentence is complete without even this self pronoun. We can say that I will do it. The sentence is complete. The sense is clear to you people. This myself is giving extra importance, emphasis, and it is also known as intensive pronouns. We can say that emphatic pronouns are intensive pronouns. Intensive, intense, intensity आपने फिजिक्स में भी पढ़ा होगा बेटा, शिद्दत, स्ट्रेंथ, जब आप फोर्स उसको शो कर रहे होते हो, तो I will do it myself. In this example, if we are there to remove this self pronoun, then the sense of the sentence will remain same. But if you look back toward the example of reflexive pronoun, without these self pronouns, the sense of the sentence is not complete. If we remove these self pronouns, then the sense is not complete. Why? Because in reflexive pronouns, the self pronoun is there to perform the function of an object and it is reflecting back toward the subject. But over here, it does not act as an object. Okay? This is the main difference. You should know this thing. There can be any objective in your board paper as well. Yes, dear students, these are the other examples of emphatic pronouns. You yourself can explain it better. You yourself. Yourself is emphatic or intensive pronoun. And the third example is we intend to do all the work ourselves. Ourselves, we की वजह से. बेटा हमने pronoun के according वो self pronoun लगाना होता है. We की वजह से हमने ourselves लगाया है. तो यहाँ पे ourselves जो है वो intensive pronoun hai. Yes, students, now come toward the next type, that is demonstrative pronoun. Remember this thing, dear students, this, that, these, those. What I am saying, I am repeating again, this, that, these, those. These four words are demonstrative pronouns because they are pointing to a specific thing, specific purpose. They are pointing to a specific thing. How? If I am saying, this is my marker. This is my marker. So, I am pointing out, I am indicating a specific thing. So, in this sentence, this is demonstrative pronoun. Other examples are those your books? Now, look at this example, those. Are those your books? There is no end to this. This is demonstrative pronoun. I do not like this. In this example, this is demonstrative pronoun. So you should remember this thing that this, that, these, those are known as demonstrative pronouns. Now, come toward the next type, indefinite pronoun. The term indefinite itself tells what idea do you get from the word indefinite. Basically, the word indefinite means not defined, not clear, not sure, that you are talking about something in general sense, not particular, not specific. For example, all, any, everybody, anybody, any word. These are indefinite pronouns in which you are not having any clear sense to whom you are talking, to whom you are addressing, to whom you are saying, to whom you are asking anything. You are not having any information about gender, color, caste, creed, age, limit, nothing else. You are just talking in a general sense. Okay? Look at the example. Somebody was asking for you. Somebody. Now, can you come to get any idea from this indefinite pronoun somebody? To whom you are addressing? Who is there to ask from you? Any boy, any girl, any teacher, any limit, any age, nothing. You are not having any clear information. You are not sure. So that's why this is indefinite pronoun. Somebody was asking for you. Next example is, many of them were rejected. In this example, many is indefinite pronoun because you are not having any clarity about this word. Did you ask anybody to come? Did you ask anybody to come? To whom you are addressing over here? No one, nothing, not clear. So, anybody is indefinite pronouns. So, what is indefinite pronoun? That you are not having any clear information. Who is an indefinite person, to whom you are talking. You are not having any specific or particular information. You are talking in a general sense. So that's why nobody, everybody, all, none, somebody, everyone, these all are indefinite pronouns. Yes, dear students, now come toward the next type, distributive pronoun. What idea do you get from this type, distributive? What idea do you get? Distribute करना, divide कर देना, तकसीम करना. Each, either, neither, any, none. These are distributive pronouns. What are? Each, either, neither, any. These are distributive pronouns. How? Look at the example. Each of the girls draws a picture. Each. बेटा यहाँ पे ये each जो है ना डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव प्रोनाउन है. ठीक है, ये डिवाइड करके सेपरेट करके बयान कर रहा है उस चीज़ को. Either of you is not perfect for this job. Either of you is not perfect. Neither of the pens is useful. Each, either, neither. These are the words that are distributive pronouns. Clear, students? Now, what about the relative pronoun? Yes. Yes, dear students. So, what is relative pronoun? The word relative itself tells you relation, link. For example, you are saying that she is my relative, so means you are having some relation with her or with that person or whatever. So, relative pronoun. Relative pronoun, you can say that perform the two different functions. It is also known as conjunctive pronoun as well. Conjunctive pronoun because it is performing the function of a conjunction and at the same time the function of a pronoun. Means relative pronoun is there to link, to connect, to relate and also avoiding the repetition. How? I have found the book. I have found the book which I had lost. Which I had lost. So, which is relative pronoun. You can say that, for example, if you are having two different sentences. I have found the book I had lost. Which is referring, relating with the noun, the book. So, over here, it is performing the function of a conjunction, join करने का, link करने का, जोड़ने का, and at the same time, it is also avoiding the repetition. So, relative pronouns, commonly used relative pronouns are who, which, that, whom, whose. These are relative pronouns. There are other examples as well. This is the place where we met. This is the place where we met. I saw the girl whom I met yesterday. I saw the girl whom I met yesterday. Which, where, whom, these are relative pronouns. So now come toward the eighth type of pronoun, which is interrogative pronoun, interrogative pronoun. And what is interrogative pronoun? My dear students, you have heard this word a lot of times in your life. Interrogative is used for asking question. For example, what are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you here? Where is your book? So these WH questions, what, where, when, why, how, these all are interrogative words which are used for asking different questions. Look at the examples. What is the matter? So in this example, what is interrogative pronoun? And look at another example. What is your name? So what is interrogative pronoun? Look at this example. In this example, what is interrogative pronoun? Other examples I have quoted over here. Where are you going? Why are you standing over here? All these WH questions are interrogative pronouns. And now the second last type of pronoun, which is possessive pronoun. Have you ever heard the word possessive? It has different meanings, but over here the word possessive shows possession, ownership, milkiyat, किसी चीज़ के ऊपर आपकी ownership होना, मालिक बनना. Possessive pronouns show possession. For example, this marker is mine. This marker is mine. So in this example, mine is possessive pronoun which is showing my possession. Okay? The next, that book is yours. That book is yours. So the word yours shows possession. Okay? And remember, my dear students, that there is no apostrophe s over here. If you are writing like this, then it will be wrong, totally wrong. You are not there to use apostrophe over here. This pen is mine. My, mine, yours, hers. These all are possessive pronouns which are used for showing possession. One thing more which I want to tell you over here, that possessive pronouns are used. We can also say that there are possessive adjectives as well. Why we are saying possessive adjectives? Because those possessive words are used with a noun. How? For example, I have quoted an example over here. This marker is mine. So in this example, I have said this mine is possessive pronoun. What is this? Possessive pronoun. And if I am saying this is my marker, so it will become possessive adjective. Possessive adjective. Why? Because it is qualifying or modifying a noun. Okay? For example, look at this example. That book is yours. In this example, it is possessive pronoun. But if we are saying that is your book, so in that case, your will become possessive adjective, because just after that possessive adjective, we will have a noun. Okay? The difference is clear to both between these two, possessive pronoun and possessive adjective. Yes, dear students, now come toward the last, reciprocal pronoun. As the term itself tells you, reciprocal, in which the action is reciprocated. How? That you are having that in return as well. The action is also having a reaction. For example, each other, one another. These are the two most commonly used reciprocal pronouns. Remember this thing. Each other, one another. When we are using each other and when we are using one another, you should know the difference between these two. When you are talking about two people, then you will use each other. For example, Ali and Umar are talking to each other. Two persons are there, two people are there. So you will use each other. But when we are talking about more than two persons, for example, the students congratulated one another after getting the result. The students congratulated one another means there are more than two students. So what we are using over here, which pronoun, which reciprocal pronoun? One another, because there are more than two people. Look at the example. They like one another means more than two persons are over there. So dear students, this is all about pronoun. I think everything is clear to you people. These are the 10 different types of pronoun and it is very simple. Don't go for high-flown vocabulary and that definitions and all that. Just make your concepts clear. The terms are also there to tell you itself. Reciprocal, reciproc karna, reverse karna, return karna, possessive, possession show karna, milkiyat, interrogative, question puchna, interrogate karna, indefinite, not defined, not sure, relative, relate karna, link banana, repetition को वाइड भी करता है relative pronoun, distributive pronoun divide कर देगा, कोई वो काम किसी को भी लाओ नहीं. For example, neither of the pens is useful, neither of the markers is useful, means no one marker, no marker is there to ready for work. Okay, so this is all for today's lecture. I hope so everything is clear. Have a nice day dear students. Inshallah, see you again in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.